Title: The Waterfall of Madness. In the heart of a forgotten forest, where the trees twisted like the minds of the lost, there lay a hidden waterfall known only to a few. The locals called it the Waterfall of Madness, a place where the veil between sanity and insanity thinned to a whisper. It was said that those who dared to approach its cascading waters would be confronted with the darkest corners of their own souls. One fateful evening, a group of 5 friends, Leela, Jasper, Marnie, Theo, and Rook, decided to embark on an adventure that would lead them to the waterfall. They had heard the tales, the warnings, but curiosity and bravado pushed them forward. Each carried their own burdens, their own secrets, and they believed that together they could face whatever lay ahead. As they trekked deeper into the forest, the air grew thick with an unsettling energy. Shadows danced around them, whispering secrets that only the trees seemed to understand. Leela, the most sensitive of the group, felt the chill crawl up her spine. "Do you feel that?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "It's just the wind," Jasper replied, though he too felt the weight of the atmosphere pressing down on them. Marnie, ever the skeptic, rolled her eyes. "You're all being ridiculous. It's just a waterfall. Let's get there already." After what felt like hours, they finally reached the Waterfall of Madness. It was a sight to behold. Water tumbled down jagged rocks, shimmering in the fading light, but the beauty was tainted by an eerie glow that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. The sound of the water was deafening, drowning out their thoughts and filling their minds with a cacophony of whispers. "Let's get closer," Rook urged, his eyes gleaming with excitement. The others hesitated, but the pull of the waterfall was irresistible. They stepped closer, the ground slick with moss and the air thick with mist. As they stood at the edge, the whispers grew louder, swirling around them like a tempest. Each friend began to hear their own name called out, distorted and twisted. "Leela. Leela." The voice was familiar yet foreign, echoing her deepest fears. She saw visions of betrayal, of her friends turning against her, their faces morphing into grotesque masks of anger and madness. "Jasper!" Marnie screamed, her voice breaking through the chaos. But Jasper was lost in his own nightmare, visions of his past mistakes flooding his mind. He saw himself as a child, bullied and alone, and the rage he had buried deep within him began to surface. "I'm not weak," he shouted, his fists clenched. Theo, who had always been the peacemaker, felt the weight of his own failures. He saw himself standing by as friends fell apart, unable to intervene. "I should have done more," he cried, tears streaming down his face. The waterfall's power was unraveling them, exposing their darkest truths. Rook, who had always thrived on chaos, began to laugh maniacally. "This is glorious," he shouted, his eyes wild. "We're all mad. Embrace it." The others looked at him in horror, realizing that the madness was consuming him, twisting his mind into something unrecognizable. Marnie, desperate to escape the nightmare, turned to Leela. "We have to leave. This place is evil." But Leela was entranced, her eyes glazed over as she stepped closer to the edge. "No, it's beautiful. Can't you see?" she murmured, her voice distant. In that moment, the waterfall surged, sending a wave of icy water crashing over the rocks. The friends were thrown back, and as they struggle to regain their footing, they realize the truth. The waterfall of madness was not just a place, it was a reflection of their own souls, a manifestation of the darkness that resided within each of them. As they scrambled to escape, the whispers grew louder, drowning out their cries for help. You cannot run from yourselves. They echoed, a chorus of despair. One by one, they succumbed to the madness, their minds fracturing under the weight of their own evil. Leela, Jasper, Marnie, Theo, and Rook were never seen again. The forest reclaimed them, and the waterfall of madness continued to flow, a sinister reminder of the darkness that lurked within every human heart. Those who ventured too close would hear their whispers, a chilling warning that the true horror lay not in the world around them, but in the depths of their own consciousness.